Spring break, everybody's favorite excuse to go to Cabo. As much as I like Cabo, this year I decided to do something different. This year I wanted to go on a surf safari to California, just like the ones I used to watch in old surf movies. There was a few things stopping me from going on my trip. The biggest obstacle I had to overcome was my lack of money. I reverted back to my kindergarten strategy for saving money. I started putting all my change into a jar. Of course, I wasn't going to go on this trip alone, so I invited a few of my closest friends. First, we have Easton, better known as Winston.
Hard fighters.
Yeah! And then there's Dion. We don't really have a nickname for him, but we should probably start calling him Dumpster Diver. And finally, there's Millie, but she prefers Foxy. By the time spring break rolled around, I had saved up enough money to go on our trip. I only wanted to spend the money I had saved, so it totally dictated the distance that we would travel on our trip. Sunday, after work, we all packed up the trusty Volvo and we headed south. We ended up in Eureka, California, and decided we'd set up camp. We thought we had found our California oasis. And then came Craig. He pulled off the highway because he had seen our Oregon plates. He told us he was an Oregonian too and that he was stoked to see us down in California. He also told us he was the first person to ever surf a wave at Seaside and that he pioneered the spot and surfed there under a full moon 40 years ago. So, we didn't really know if we trusted Craig or not. He said that if we really wanted the Lost Coast experience, we should pack our stuff back up and head farther south. None of us had any idea what the Lost Coast experience was, but it sounded pretty rad, so we packed everything back up. Here's Easton paddling into his first wave of the trip. He was so excited about the warm water and good swell that he couldn't stop stomping his foot. And here's a few clips of the locals showing us how it's done. pretty glad we listened to Craig. He obviously knew what he was talking about. Maybe he wasn't lying when he told us that he was the first person to ever surf Seaside. But I guess that really doesn't matter. What matters is that we finally got our California surf trip.
Sam. Telling you.
Dude, why do you not? What is it?
Surf, dude. Surf.
Lockman.